Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Looks like the House voted to release the Epstein files. Everybody didn't. We had this one lone wolf, old Clay Higgins. Clay Higgins said, I don't give a shit about kids. I want to suck up to Trump. And whatever it takes to suck up to Donald Trump, I'm going to do that. That's basically what happened. That's basically what happened. Yep. That is basically what happened. Anything to suck up to the old dude in the diaper, that's what Clay Higgins did. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. Now, I'm going to tell you what I wonder now. Now I wonder if now, when it gets to the Senate, now it comes down to Tom Tillis actually wanting to put it up for a vote. Now let's see what happens. And if they'll do it veto proof. Good evening, everybody. Good evening to you. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you had I'm going to say you had a great Tuesday. If you didn't, the day ain't over, so you can still have a great day. Okay? You can still have a great day. But now, you guys, there's a whole new fight to be happening now. And the new fight is going to be in the Senate. Who is going to vote to release those files? Because the Senate already passed it. Was it veto proof? Hold up. I've been sitting here. Let's see. I know it passed the House with one vote. How many people voted for it? Oh, they said unanimously. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That means it's veto proof at this point, I would say. So you know what's going to happen. Y'all going to get those files or they'll come up with some excuse. But if you get them, expect them to look like that. Yep. Expect them to look like that. I'm telling you that the Trump administration, Donald Trump, is going to do any and everything to avoid you knowing what's in those fucking files. That's a fact. So get ready, because that's pretty much what they're going to look like. Yep. And Trump's going to say, I released the files. I released the files. Yeah, I heard of that talk about Bubba Higgins being the real Bubba. But let me tell you, listen. Three Bubbas here. They're trying to make sense of it. Is it you? No. Is it you? No, it's me. No, it's you. It's no, you. That's what's happening here. I agree with you, Chill. They're going to try to do a new investigation by Pam Bondi. They ain't going to investigate shit. They're just going to drag it out for 4 years. And magically, before Trump is gone, the files will all be destroyed. So that way, no matter whoever comes after Trump, you can't get those files. That's what's going to happen. Y'all like this? I love this shit. When I saw this, I said, oh, damn. The internet is a savage place, I tell you. I love it. I mean, it's a savage place, though. It is savage. It doesn't matter if Trump signed it, though, because I think the way they passed it, that's a veto-proof bill. Everybody in the House voted for it except for Clay Higgins. And this report says that it unanimously passed the Senate. So, and it says here that they have to release the files within 30 days of the bill being signed into law. But I would assume that it's a super majority. So it doesn't matter if he signs it or not. But do you find it? I do find it interesting. Now Trump calls it a Democratic hoax. When he ran on releasing the files, remember, Donald Trump ran on that. He said, I'm going to release the files. I'm going to show you all the stuff in the Epstein files, all the things that were being done. Then once he won and people didn't forget about the shit, and there was nothing he could do to get you to forget about it, now it's like, fuck, well, let's release them. I'm telling you, you're going to get files, but they're not going to be what you had anticipated because you ain't really going to be able to read shit. Not Donald J. Trump's dementia was so bad, he forgot he was in it. Listen. But ain't this something? Because Mike Johnson was refusing to even put this up. Listen, I'm no fan of Marjorie Taylor Greene, but Marjorie Taylor Greene is smarter than most Republicans. And I thought I'd never say that. I thought I'd never make a statement like that in my life. Real shit. I thought I'd never make a statement. Something's wrong with my... Uh-oh. Yep, you're right. Where did my microphone? Oh, shit, I took it off. Hold on. I forgot it was on my jacket. Jesus. Thank you. I do this shit every time. I do it every time. Every damn time. That I forget that it's on my damn jacket. That's aging. I'm like Trump. I'm sundowning. Like, come on. I gotta get it together. Okay? I gotta get it together. Now, remember, Mike Johnson didn't even want to bring the vote up. He didn't even want to vote on it. But Marjorie Taylor Greene, I never thought in my life I would say she's smarter than most Republicans, but she is. Marjorie Taylor Greene is literally smarter than most Republicans because she is smart enough to know, one, Donald Trump is not running again. Two, he's 80. Even if he wanted to pull the bullshit, he too old. Three, he's a lame duck president. Marjorie Taylor Greene smart enough to know that, but the other Republican men were too punk ass without pressure. See, they had to be shamed into doing it. Understand, the only reason why the other Republicans in the House voted to release those files, one or two reasons. They were even shamed into it, or they already know that those files ain't gonna be no good when they get released anyway. One of the two, right? One of the two. They already know this. So Marjorie's like, okay, I'm trying to become a senator. What can I do to help me stand out amongst the crowd? Because she already knows it's going to be bad for midterms, baby. She already know. It's just that Republicans, the rest of the Republicans are trying to play dumb in hopes that you won't remember about none of this shit when midterms come. I'm telling you, you better make it your business to remember this shit. Because they bank on you having selective amnesia. And that's the thing. Americans have selective amnesia. Y'all remember what y'all want to remember when it's convenient for you. When it's not convenient for y'all don't care to remember. Well, guess what? You need to remember now. Yeah, midterms need to be a wrap. Now you see that Republicans, remember they did the gerrymandering. Not Marjorie is Remick. Listen. Y'all remember Texas gerrymandered, where the courts have come back and said that was illegal. What a time to be alive, y'all. Texas did all that shit only for the courts to say, nope, you need to try again. No, because the court said the reason that the governor gave, they were doing it because the seats had already been unfairly gerrymandered to help blacks. The court said, well, actually, the system that you went through, because you only gerrymandered and picked minority districts to do this to, well, you actually were racist in your application to do what you did, which is illegal. Now, we know they're going to appeal. Texas will appeal. That's fine. But California did theirs the right way. Virginia is currently working on theirs, and Maryland's going to follow right up behind them. So I love this shit. What do I always tell y'all my grandma said? What my grandma say? Be careful of the grave you dig for somebody else, or they just might fall in. I told y'all, Republicans love to dig graves for everybody. And it's all good and fine until they fall in. MAGA did the same shit. They elected Trump, digging graves for everybody. They falling in. They done lost their food stamps, their jobs, they losing their housing, their health insurance, their farms. They're losing all types of shit. But they voted for it. So in many ways, it's hurting us all, but I want it to hurt them the most. Fuck them. People like them only learn when they feel the heat. And until they feel it, they don't have no incentive to change. Hey, dude, good afternoon to you, beautiful. They have no incentive to change. None. So I am so excited. I am so excited. Yep, racism is extremely expensive. That's why I'm glad they broke ass is still sitting where they at, poor and stinking, because they don't use washcloths. Yep, and Republicans are a party that protects PDFs. We know. We know. I'm looking. I'm trying to see what else has been going. There are a whole host of things today. Now, I told y'all earlier, I told y'all earlier that, what? Okay, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. I'm just wondering again, when are Republicans going to finally turn on Trump? They're starting, but I don't want y'all to think that this Epstein vote means that they're turning on Trump, because they're not. Not ultimately, not yet. Not yet. And what you're going to see, now I'm waiting to see what the rich people are going to do. Right? I'm waiting to see what the rich folks are going to do. The people who know they were in bed with this stuff, literally and figuratively, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? How long before rich people stop leaving in droves? Now, remember, I told y'all all day long with this damn Air Force base, they've been flying in and out. They didn't stop really a lot of flights from going in and out of this Air Force base today till about almost 3:00 today. I have to tap on that window because the kid out there, because these children are loud talkers. They're either making calls or disappearing. They're doing something. I'm just telling y'all to watch to see what rich people do right about now, especially ones that might be in these files. Watch and see what they do. The rich and powerful. What excuses they make. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to see a lot of distractions get thrown your way because they want you to do any and everything to avoid the conversation. And the conversation is that, hey, okay, we deserve to know. Remember when Republicans got themselves so worked up during the election? Because they was like, back when Trump was running against Hillary. And they bought into that pizza thing. They were willing to believe that shit, but they're not willing to believe evidence. There's a reason why. I saw that the Saudi prince was at the White House today. I'm not surprised. Y'all got to remember the Saudis gave Jared. Y'all got to remember back to Trump administration the first time. Let's go back in time, right? Let's go back in time. Okay, when Trump was president the first time, the Saudis did a deal with Jared to give him all this money, because if they didn't give him all that money, Jared would have never been able to buy that building in New York City that he wanted to keep. He needed to get money. Nobody else would loan him any. So he had to get it from the Saudis. Right? And remember, Jared and Ivanka was still doing business with the Saudis when Trump left office the first time. That never stopped. That never stopped. And don't forget the Saudis. Remember, a lot of the 9/11 hijackers were from Saudi Arabia. See, this is why I be saying Americans have selective amnesia. Americans have selective amnesia. All those people died on 9/11, and then you sitting up here watching your government be in bed with the Saudis again. And then keep in mind, your government didn't want to hold the Saudis accountable so fucking bad. They went in and attacked Iraq. That didn't have nothing to do with 9/11. It had nothing to do with 9/11. I ain't saying that. I mean, Saddam Hussein was not a good guy. I'm not saying it like he was a good guy. He was not a good guy. But he ain't had nothing to do with 9/11. And keep in mind, Saddam Hussein used to be one of our allies. Just like Osama bin Laden. Yeah, never found no weapons of mass destruction. They lied just so they could invade Iraq. Your government did that. Republicans. But Americans forget how your government went to the United Nations and fucking lied on all of us. Lied on all of us, because all that shit was done in our name, right? With your tax dollars, and lied. How soon y'all forgot? You vote them in a fucking again. Crazy shit to me. That shit is crazy. Americans have selective amnesia. And y'all wonder why rich people keep playing games with y'all and shit. Because you don't keep your wits about you to stay focused on what's really happening. It's like y'all refuse to believe what you see with your own eyes. You can't trust these people. They're not good people. They're not. No matter what is said. If they were good people, they wouldn't have to tell you that they are. If they were good people, they wouldn't try to starve you and your family. If they were good people, they wouldn't try to break up the Department of Education. If they were good people. These are not good people. These are greedy ass rich people. Hell, there ain't too many rich people in the world that ain't fucking greedy. How the hell you think they become rich? Because you also got to take shit from people and be willing to separate the emotion from the money. Right? That means you can put an old lady on the street knowing she ain't got nowhere to go. Because all you care about is the money. Whether or not she has a place to stay is really her problem, not yours. That's how a lot of this is seen. I need y'all to get that. I sincerely need y'all to get it. I need y'all to get it. I'm looking to see whatever else here I see. I'm looking to see how these companies are trying to handle the elimination of the penny. So, you know. Now, did y'all see that report about the president called a reporter a pig? Called her a piggy? Yes, A-Soaps, I'm glad. You like guys that shit on themselves too? Me too. Let's be friends. You're right, A-Soaps. Trump is a champion. I like him because he shits on himself. Why do you like him? Is it his swollen ankles? Is it the fact that he's fat as fuck? Like, why do you like him? Oh, she reported me. Oh, I guess she got mad. Oh, poor Tink Tink. You got mad because I said Trump got swollen ankles and he fat as fuck. Damn. And he got a nussy. Damn. I think she thought that I was agreeing with her. It's kind of like JB. See, JB got a nussy too. I don't like nussies. Nussies without something over them to shield us from them. I don't want to see it. Keep your nussies to yourself. Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, the truth hurts for them, man. I'm like, dang. I thought we was all joking on Trump. Then all of a sudden, I guess when they figured out I wasn't with them, like I was joking on Trump, but I guess when she figured out that I wasn't a Trumper, it was like, she has said my president shits on himself. I'm reporting this to fucking TikTok. That's what they do. That's what they do. When they don't like what I say, I'm reporting this black bitch to TikTok. That'll show her. That'll show that bitch. I'll be like, wow, they big mad. They big mad. Damn. Honestly, TikTok got to do something about that shit. Because if you can just go into people's lives and mass report them to get little flags and shit to pop up, even though it didn't stick because it's not like they took my live down, then I go, we need to be doing that on the other side then, since TikTok won't handle this issue. Right, Sassy? They want to argue with me, but they mad I won't argue with them. That's what it is. Why won't that bitch argue with me? Why would I argue with somebody who don't wash their neck? I'm not doing that. I'm not arguing with a person who doesn't own a washcloth. I'm not arguing with people who don't, what I tell y'all, don't have that side teeth. I'm not arguing with nobody with a dirty neck, dirty collars on their jacket. I don't argue with people like that. It's a waste of time. I'm going to tell you something, Ruby. TikTok was racist before that. As a black content creator, I can tell you, there's shit I can't say that white creators can say. Trust me, I tested it and got flags on the shit. TikTok was racist long before they sold it to anybody else. Trust me. They always had a different set of rules for black content creators. Always. And certain shit we just can't say or talk about on this platform. And that's just a fact. You know, that's just a fact. I saw somebody earlier, this guy, I don't know, did y'all see the video on TikTok where a guy, I think he's a photographer out of New York, and he talked about how Meta took down all his accounts across like Instagram, got rid of his stuff, got rid of all his stuff on Facebook, like everything that he had built up for 15 years, gone. And they won't even let him create new accounts because they flagged his stuff as imaging that isn't appropriate. I'll say it like that. It's young imaging. I'll say it like that, even though he don't have nothing like that. But they're using AI. See? And AI don't have context. AI doesn't have context. AI just makes a decision. So he said, you know, they made this decision. You don't get to appeal it. You don't get to reach out to nobody. No, none of that. And you know, it had me hemming and hawing on something because I had already been thinking about, like you guys know, I have a website, but thinking more and more about putting more stuff just on my website, going back fucking old school. You remember back in the day, if you wanted to know about somebody, you went to their website and everything you wanted to know about them, to see what they were writing about, or doing videos about, wherever it was on their website. It wasn't just you go to their YouTube channel or you go to their Patreon or you go to their this, you go to their that. It wasn't all that shit. You just went to their website and that's where you got everything you needed to know. You got their contact information. You got what they were up to. Because now these platforms are so restrictive in what they let you do and what they let you say and all of that other shit. Folks got to start thinking about, is it worth it to be on these multiple platforms anymore? Especially if they're going to use AI. AI too fucking sensitive. It's not a person. You need a person to look at some of this shit because AI does not understand context. Just like in that exchange I was just having with MAGA, I can guarantee you with the reports, AI assumed I was calling that person swollen ankles. No, I was talking about the president. They assumed that I was saying that person shits on themselves. No, I was talking about the president because AI does not have context. So it'll be interesting to see in the next 6 months to a year what people start to do, because y'all have to remember, we make those platforms what they are. If we're not on those platforms, they're worth nothing. Real talk. If we're not on those platforms absolutely positively have no value, zero value if you're not on the platform. Zero. That's why I need y'all to understand the power that we possess so that we exercise on that damn power. That's not what I wanted. So that we exercise on this power. Now, I saw this image earlier and I laughed my ass off. This shit was hilarious. Because people were reading it and crashing out. This shit is hilarious. They were losing it. They said, wait a minute. That Mamdami Muslim man's coming in and now he gonna make them babies in New York City learn Arabic numbers, Gladys. Y'all know I'm gonna call Gladys. And those are the moments where you go, we are better together. You stop it with that common sense. Stop it already. This is America, damn it. We supposed to just believe anything we can pull out our ass. Shame on you. Acting all sedity and thinking you better than us by, speaking truths. Stop it. This is why America's so fucked up. This is why America's so fucked up. Because people are fucking stupid. Like, I was turning on when I was out picking up the kid from work, I was flipping the radio channels, right? So I said, let me go over here and see what on CNN, what they talk about. So Chris Matthews was on there, right? Chris Matthews says, because I'm going to do a video on this tomorrow, because I was like, this is bullshit and ridiculous, right? But listen to this. Chris Matthews says that it was never a race issue in America. That's not the issue, or in the last election or in the previous. It was never race, says the white guy speaking in his privilege, right? Race never had anything to do with it. It's about college educated voters versus people who didn't go to college. And there's this thing. No, I'm talking about the older Chris Matthews. I don't know. Is he on the radio anymore? I'm not sure. Not the young. I'm talking about that old Chris Matthews that would speak over his mouth like this. That Chris Matthews. I'm talking about that one, right? He was on CNN for whatever reason. Because bruh need a job, right? So he be moving all around. Because sometimes he still be on MSNBC sometimes talking. But remember, he used to have a show, right? So he says, oh, it's about college educated people versus non-college educated people. Because people who don't have degrees are tired of people that went to college talking down to them. And you know what I said out loud? He's full of shit. He's full of shit. Because if I know quite a few people that never went to college, still very brilliant people. And they can hold their own in a room with college educated folks because they know who they are. They're not insecure. They are very well in knowing who they are. But see, if you're an insecure person, faking like you know some shit, you don't want to be in a room with people who are actually smart. You know why? Because they're going to expose your ass. They're going to say some shit that's going to make you feel dumb because you are dumb, because you don't know nothing. You're confident in the fact that you're stupid, but you don't know nothing. And the only reason why I know that to be true, because I fucking been there. Right? When you're trying to get more and more, you're learning more and more and more, but you ain't quite there yet, but you in a room with people that are way smarter than you. If you're not doing what you need to do, it's going to make you feel inadequate. It's going to make you feel inadequate. And that's what this is. Dumbass Americans feel inadequate up against people who read books. I guess that means we ain't supposed to be reading books no more, y'all. Like the fuck? It's like, come on. Somebody in here that just came in here with 16 followers. Nope, gotta get your pussy up. Gotta have at least 100. Otherwise, I just figure you're a bot. Blocked. What'd they say? I could just smell that something was wrong with it. So that's what made me click on their profile. And I was like, oh, time to take out the trash. Block. I told y'all, you can't come in my live with that shit. I won't allow it. I won't allow it because I read books. Most of the people here, I know everybody here read books outside of the arbitrary troll that come through here or there. Outside of the arbitrary troll that comes through here or there. There's nothing you should hear from me that should be offensive if you read, if you educate yourself. But when I heard Chris Matthews say that shit, I was like, he's full of shit. I know quite a few people that are not college educated, but they ain't dumb. They're not stupid. They're not stupid. Yeah, reading is fundamental, but a lot of people don't like to read because they never learned. Y'all got to understand. I told y'all before, I'm going to look it up right now. I'm going to look it up because I can't remember. Approximately 43 million Americans in the U.S. have reading skills below the 3rd grade level. That's why you got so many motherfuckers mad. Folks don't want to be honest about the shit. That's really why they mad. Imagine operating in a world, people having all these conversations, reading all this stuff, doing all these things, and your ass can't read. Just imagine. Imagine. You read below a 3rd grade reading level and you in your 50s or your fucking 60s. Imagine that. Imagine. 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 Y'all should see all the MAGA coming in. I can smell them because they don't wash behind their necks or ears. It's like all of them smell like earring backs. You know, that's how come I know when they come in here. I get this rush of smell of earring backs. And I'm like, oh, MAGA's here. I tell you. What do they say? Want to see a dead body? This shit is so easy to trigger these people. See, another thing you'll figure out too. It's very easy to trigger somebody that's not as educated as you are. Not wet dogs and hot dog water. Damn. Shit. It's not hard to offend people who aren't very well educated. And you don't have to go to college to be very well educated. Reading is the key to opening up your world to all these other things. Real talk, reading. But we got 43 million adults in America that read below a 3rd grade level. Then this is a subset of the 30 million adults who read below a 6th grade level, and the larger number of 45 million adults who are functionally illiterate. That's some scary shit. That's some scary shit. When you listen, that's scary. And they say another estimate places the number of illiterate adults at 32 million. That roughly 18% of adults in the United States have functional illiteracy. Whoa. That's wow. That's some scary shit. When you read it like that, and it also makes very clear why America is the way it is. It's a lot of dumbass people here. It's a country full of fucking idiots. Idiots who vote. Idiots who vote early. Idiots who do mail-in voting. Idiots who work the polls. Jesus. For free. Shh. You're speaking common sense. MAGA's upset at Mamdani right now. We got to let them crash out. They're about to lose their health insurance so that they can't see a doctor. Shh. Let them keep crashing, girl. If you don't say nothing, if you listen real close, you can hear the faint screams of a MAGA somewhere in America yelling about something that they know nothing enough about to really make a cohesive argument, but they just want to be mad. Just listen. You say, how can an adult only speak up to a 6th grade level? No, they just can't fucking read. That's what happened, George. Or they peaked. Somehow, some way, they got lost in the system or whatever, but they never learned how to totally read. That's what I'm trying. Trump speaks, and now I get why. In Trump speaking in the way he does, they can understand it. When folks use all of those big old words like consequences, a word like consequences, or don't say a word like soliloquy. Oh shit. Gladys, this damn politician woman's on the screen and she said something about a silly strain. Ain't that thing we sprayed at the party? They don't know. They don't know. Because they can't understand it, they feel like you're insulting them. And that's when they call you an elitist. See? See? But I speak knuckle dragging. So I know how to talk to some of them. But I'm telling you, it's a bad way if we got that many adults in America who can't read properly. That many adults. And then folks want to be mad at fucking immigrants. You know why? Because immigrants come here and these motherfuckers can read. Imagine somebody coming here, can't even speak the language, can't even read English. Then get here, learn the shit, and can outread and outspeak the language with Americans. Imagine. That's what folks are really mad about. That's what they're really mad about. Because I've been telling y'all that immigrants expose American mediocrity. Because see, the ones that migrate here via land, a lot of that is economics. That's why they're here. Most of them don't come from a lot of money. When you're talking about migrating from like South America and places like that, and they're coming up and they're crossing over the border illegally, those people tend to not have a lot of money. You understand? Now you talking about a different level of immigrant when you start talking about immigrants coming from India, immigrants coming from China. Because see, now you're talking folks with a little bit of cash. See, because a lot of them come here to go to school. See, you're talking about class systems now. Things are hit a little different, right? Hits a little differently then, right? Folks don't like when immigrants show them up, right? When immigrant children are valedictorian, salutatorian. Then they get upset. Gladys, how come we ain't got no Americans up there no more to be, you know, number one and number two at the graduation? What happened? Because, you know, he can't even say valedictorian. Chill. This is how a lot of ignorant ass Americans think. But see, they're not going to go back to school, geek. I'm going to tell you why. Because these people believe education is bad. Education is bad. They're not going to go back to school. I'm just saying, look, y'all know I got to bring up Gladys. They be calling out Gladys at the Walmart. Marie, go make me a sandwich. I don't talk to conservative women. You can't do shit for me but have babies and make me a sandwich. And since I don't like bitches, you can't even have no babies for me. Bye. Block. Marie gone. I'm like, don't come here talking to me. What time is it? 6:30? Yeah, go cook something. The fuck? The fuck? What do I tell y'all all the time? If you follow me, you know I'm more domestic than any conservative. Clock that. Clock that. These fake ass trad wives out here. You can't be a trad wife if your ass is on social media. Who's that? Maxon, just understand, I'm put this up because MAGA's upset about this. MAGA's mad with Ma'am Donnie, not me. Vivian, this is not me. MAGA is mad. They said they're upset that Ma'am Donnie is going to teach the children Arabic numbers. Don't get mad with me. I'm just telling you, this is that MAGA education at work. These are the people who believe the earth is flat. I didn't come up with it. It wasn't me. I know Arabic numbers are regular math, but son, let me tell you something. It allows Vivian. So you know it's not true. So calm down, beloved. Relax. It's called. Okay, you ain't got no followers, beloved. Get your pussy up. You one of the same troll accounts really. You could have stayed in here, beloved, if you was quiet, but you came in being too fucking loud. Just like another one, Miss Steelers. I'm a Commanders fan. I booted you just on that. Just on that shit. Kelly, go cook me a fucking sandwich and get off your husband's internet. You're not supposed to be doing that. Ain't you got no laundry to do and those floors to scrub? Get on your knees, damn it. Scrub them goddamn floors. And preferably with your husband's toothbrush. Because listen, what do I tell y'all? My goal is to make them cry. Now, I'll bring you up on the panel if you promise to cry on screen so we can see it. Because I want to get my popcorn so I can laugh at your ass. I love that MAGA come in here. And they come in all these different accounts. But I told y'all, I can smell it. You can't come in here speaking Spanish, beloved. Deportation. No due process. Deport. Sure did deport it. Cause yo no hablo en español. Cause see, I know you're a troll account, so I blocked you. Great Snafu, shut up. I know that Arabic numbers are what we use, but MAGA's upset. MAGA's upset. They said that Mamdani is pushing Muslim principles. Hey, man, I'm just telling you. Yeah, man. It ain't me. I know better. I know better. That's why this shit is so funny to me. And honestly, I can tell instantly how people respond to this meme, who's MAGA and who's not. You understand? You understand where I'm coming from? No. Don't get worried. It's just me trolling. That's all. I do that consistently. You say, not just say we're gonna be wearing the hijabs. Listen. I agree, son. They are Islamophobic and racist. I agree. Can you please see a source? No. Do I look like fucking Google? You can see this block though. Fuck out of here. Block. Like the fuck? I keep telling y'all I'm not fucking Google. Be coming in here. Can I see a source? Like, I don't lie. I don't have to. This is called satire. Okay, here we go again with this American fucking education system. Do y'all need me to explain what satire means? Because I think for many people, it's just like, I'm trying to be patient here, but it's hard. It's hard because some of y'all, oh, and I caught another strike because I guess somebody got mad. I ain't even catch a real strike because I'm still on here. Wow. You know what I'm starting to realize? Like I said, it ain't just MAGA who's a little tough on the edges. Like the fuck? Learning multiple languages is a good thing. But I knew that account was a troll account. That's why I booted them. Shibi, I know, listen, y'all. We all, don't say the quiet part out loud. We all know Arabic, numbers are Arabic numbers. We know that. MAGA's upset. They don't know that. They think, listen to me, they think that numbers came down from Jesus. See? Right. They think God created numbers. See? God created numbers so he could number the verses in the Bible. See? I'm just trying to get people to connect the dots on how MAGA think. Gladys, did you know that one day Jesus sat down and made numbers, Gladys? Did you know that? Yeah. He sat down one day and he said, I'm going to give them numbers so when I give them the word, I can put numbers associated with it and tell them what to look up. He did that. That's what MAGA thinks. They think God created everything. So he created the numbers too. I don't know what I'm going to do from now on since I'm not allowed to use Arabic numerals. Listen, Vespera, oh my gosh, you ain't never lied. MAGA does believe that the Bible was written in English. Listen. Moses came down from the mountaintop with the tablet stones, and they were written in English, double-spaced, indentations with footnotes, and annotated bibliography, all in English. And then much, much later, they had it translated to Hebrew and all the other things. But first it was English. Yeah, first it was English. Because if I look, Moses came down from the mountaintop, he said, According to this, ye speaketh loudly, ye speaketh wrong. That's what he said. That's how MAGA thinks. This shit is wild. Don't even get into discussions with these people about translations of the Bible. I've tried that. It leads to nothing because they get really upset with me. And I just ask them one question. Use a lie, Justice. Jesus ain't speak no Aramaic. He was from South Central. Use a whole lie. Oh, I'm sorry. He was from Oklahoma. That's right. Jesus was from Oklahoma. He was blonde hair and blue eyed, right out of Oklahoma, right out of the fields of Oklahoma. And somehow he traveled all the way back to Israel. Then when he was done there, he came all the way back to Oklahoma. What they say, won't he do it? That's how they think. Oh, you say Jesus was in Alabama. Mississippi would like a word with you. I'm telling you. They probably gonna find some more hidden books of the Bible. Probably what, Utah? Yeah, I'm thinking, probably in Utah. That's where they're gonna find them. Mm-hmm. They can put them on display at the White House. Oh, I can't make this shit up, but I do. Not. And Jesus said, roll tide. Listen. We're all gonna burn. We're gonna burn. You understand? We are gonna burn. You understand me? Got a feeling in your body. You found somebody who we about to let it burn. Yeah, Jesus. I'm done. Yeah, we gonna have a good time. Cause we gonna burn, honey. Yeah, you ain't never lied. We been burning. Quiet as kept though, all of us have more of a chance of getting into the kingdom of heaven than any of these people who claim they're Christians because they know better. They so-called turn their life over to God and still choose not to live according to the word. Sometimes you better not knowing than you are knowing and choosing to do the opposite. Listen, I thank y'all for joining me this evening. I got to start wrapping up because I got domestic shit to do. Unlike MAGA, I need to wash my whites. I washed my colored laundry Sunday. I have not finished doing laundry, so I need to do the rest of it tonight. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay? And I got some movies to watch. Listen, don't forget on Saturday, we bake bread on Saturday mornings. This Saturday, we're doing jalapeno cornbread. That's what we're going to do on Saturday. And we're going to do a cake, a chocolate cake we're going to do a yellow cake with homemade chocolate buttercream icing. That's what we're going to do on Saturday. Then on Sunday morning, I'm going to take that jalapeno cornbread and show y'all how to make stuffing with it. Okay? Then don't forget, we are discussing movies for November. We're going to discuss the documentary, The Perfect Neighbor. It's right now on Netflix on the 21st at 8:30 p.m. Don't forget, watch the movie and be here to chat about it. On November 25th, we're going to do our first watch party. That's when we're going to watch The Three Extremes. And that's going to be at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Keep an eye on my Patreon and I'll give you all the details about the watch party. And then on November 29th at 8:30 p.m., we discuss Tenet. I can't wait for that discussion because I love me some Tenet too. I can't wait to discuss all three of these movies. Okay? So can't wait for that. Also, those of you who are already members of Patreon, don't forget the new episode of the Straight No Chaser podcast drops this evening. I had a great fun time recording this episode. Today, the episode that we're having, that I have that's coming out today. Hold on, let me find, because I can't remember the title of it, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. Oh, the name of this episode is called "Life Be Lifin'," but we still winning. I want to give you something to feel good about, because we got enough bad news. We got enough bad news. But I wanted to talk about how life be lifing, but you still win anyway, and you don't even realize it. You still be winning anyway, and you don't realize it. So check that out. The new episode drops for everybody else Wednesdays at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? Listen, thank you for the 55,000 likes. Thank you for the 30 shares this evening. Listen, I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters. I do this every live. I thank you all for being here, though. Okay. Number 1, handsome Russ Nelson. Thank you so much, handsome. Number 2, beautiful Sassy T. Thank you, beautiful. Number 3, handsome Kiera. Hey, Kiera. Number 4, beautiful user 229. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 5, beautiful Shay MC. Thank you so much, Shay. And a special shout out to Georgia, number 6. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, mods, for helping me moderate this afternoon. I will be back on tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, for us to rock it out, okay? Listen, I love you all. Be safe this evening. Love you too, Georgia. Listen, be safe this evening, okay? Did you see Unblock Scorpio Girl 69 main channel? No. Scorpio Girl, are you saying you got blocked? I don't understand what you're saying to me, babe. Did you see Unblock Scorpio Girl 69 main channel? I just want to make sure before I sign off, Scorpio Girl, that I'm clear about what you're asking me, sweetie. Did you get blocked or something? Okay, she's not saying anything. Did you see Unblock Scorpio Girl? Okay, I'm not sure. But listen, I love you all. Scorpio Girl, just send me a message, because I'm not sure what you're saying to me. I love you. Have a great day. Listen, don't let nobody live rent free in your head. Don't feed no trolls, and you all can accomplish anything you put your mind to, as long as you stay. You emailed me? Okay, I'll check it out. As long as you stay consistent. Peace, everybody. Have a beautiful and blessed evening, and I'll see you in the morning, okay?